One of the most widespread tools used to apply for college is getting a revamp. Celebrating 50 years in business, the nonprofit behind Common App is launching the 2025 to 2026 application season with more than 1,100 colleges and universities worldwide. This year's new features include design updates, multiple changes to the optional questions, and a direct admissions program for first-generation low and middle income students. Katie Burns joins us now. She's a premier college admissions counselor at educational consulting firm Ivy Wise. Katie, thanks so much for being with us. I remember my days filling out this Common App all too well. But let's dive a little deeper into some of these updates, which sound really intriguing. What's being added, and what's your advice on how to best answer these new questions?
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me. One of the updates that I'm most excited about this year is really allowing students to present a fuller, truer picture of themselves in the admissions process. And that's through the responsibilities and circumstances question. This was piloted over the last couple of years with a select number of colleges and now is part of the main common application. This is exciting because for so many students, especially those from low and middle income backgrounds, the academic, the extracurricular achievement is just one part of the fuller story. And this allows students to disclose things like responsibilities caring for siblings, supporting a family business, translating for relatives. And so it gives a much fuller picture of who they are in the application process.
And that's not the only change that is perhaps designed to help reach and help more students from low and middle income communities. What else is in this group of updates?
Yeah, so there is also a new direct admission program. So 144 colleges across the country now, by filling out a couple of the different sections on the main part of the common application, like your GPA, your family educational background, you can actually get an offer of admission from one of these 144 schools that is matched based on what your qualifications are and what they're looking for. And some of those offers are going to come out as soon as September, which is really nice for students to have an offer of admission that early in the process to say, okay, I am going to college, and now let me think about what the rest of my application cycle might look like.
And Katie, I brought up applying for these colleges and universities using all of this many years ago. So many things have changed. How have college requirements for standardized testing changed over the years, and how can students best prepare for those tests now?
Yeah, I think post-pandemic was like everything is test optional. You don't need to test anymore. And many schools have brought back those requirements. I
Mm.
encourage students to make sure they're still preparing for the tests, giving them a try, doing their best, just like practicing for a sport. You want to practice for the tests, see how you do, and then see how that matches up with the schools that might be on your list and where you might be a good fit for in terms of those standardized test scores.
Yeah, and cross your fingers and hope for the very best in all of this. Katie Burns, thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.